What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. And today's video is a video on kind of two factors that I believe are so simple and really common sense, but two factors that a lot of people really tend to forget and don't consider with regards to being able to kind of maximise their recovery potential, but also their performance potential. And I don't mean long-term performance potential in the sense of how far someone could go. I just mean simply short-term performance potential, as in the next workout. And the two factors simply are sleep and hydration. Now, there are so many factors, of course. There are multiple factors, but I'm going to just try and bring light to two. So literally it is sleep and hydration. And so many people forget about this, and I didn't used to think that. I honestly have always thought this was common sense, but kind of the past kind of maybe 12 months, countless athletes I've worked with don't really take the two very seriously. Now, with regards to sleep, it's not only sleep length, but I would say sleep quality is very important. Sleep quality is so important. I'll use myself as an example. Pretty much roughly just after the GB squads, where I hit the 812.5 kilo mock meet total, I switched beds. So I had got a new bed and a new mattress, and because my old bed and my old mattress, well, was screwed, all the kind of the wooden panels underneath the bed were broken, and the mattress itself had a lot of kind of broken springs, and it was screwed. Got myself a new bed, really good bed actually, really good bed, and my sleep quality itself has been so much better, and by being so much better, I found that I am waking up. I used to wake up after say an 8-hour sleep and still feel tired, whereas now I'm waking up and I'm feeling really refreshed and rejuvenated, and it's really good. And with regards to water as well, I always make sure I get a lot of water in, but I mean most of the days where I feel maybe a wee bit of a sore head, or maybe not so great, or I'm not feeling that good, or I'm feeling really tired at night, say 7 PM plus, it's usually the days where I've not had enough water. So two things to consider: make sure you're getting in enough water. Now, you don't need to do anything extreme like have 8 litres, but what I would suggest is probably getting yourself a water bottle and filling the water bottle up as soon as you wake up in the morning and just drinking it, and literally as soon as you finish it, then refill it and just drink it throughout the day, and so you're constantly drinking and constantly hydrated. And make sure that you are getting as much sleep as you possibly can, and make sure you're trying to maximise your sleep conditions. So for example, it usually always helps to sleep in an extremely cold room. It always helps to sleep in an extremely dark room. Try and turn all TVs and stuff off. It may be useful to have maybe on your phone or something like that, maybe some form of podcast, with the volume turned down very low, so that the room is in complete silence, so that you maybe have something else to focus on rather than focusing on your own thoughts and overthinking at night, which a lot of people tend to do, something I tend to do. But make sure all screens are off, and make sure you have at least 2 pillows, and make sure they're very comfy pillows. And by really trying to kind of improve your sleep quality, make sure you're getting as much sleep as you possibly can. Yes, there's maybe an optimal or a most efficient amount of sleep possible, but not everyone can do that. For me, I found that if I like to get about 8 hours of sleep a night, and 8 hours of sleep a night tends to do very well for me. And any chance I get, for example, on an off trade, so I always factor in kind of 3 to 3.5 hours for training during the day. So on a non-training day, where I factored in that kind of 3 to 3.5 hours worth of training, I might try and get myself maybe 1.5 hours to 2 hours of a nap to improve, to accumulate more sleep. And I've just found that obviously by really taking sleep quality seriously, trying to get as much sleep as you possibly can, and trying to be as hydrated as you can really dramatically improves your recovery potential, but also your really short-term performance potential. And although it's two really common sense factors, and people are like, well, obviously, it's something so many people don't consider, and it's really been brought to light with me with all the athletes I've worked with. I would honestly say almost half of the athletes I've had to kind of get on their back to drink more water, make sure you're taking your sleep seriously, make sure you're taking your sleep quality seriously, and it's just really two factors to consider. Now I do understand again that you can't always control it. So for example, one of the athletes I work with, Jamie, he has a very young child right now. Now I know quite a lot of the athletes I work with have young childs, but I'm using him as an example at the top of mind. He has a young child currently who I know likes to interrupt his sleep and hit him. And I also know his wife is, he's expecting a baby very soon. So by doing so, I understand that he isn't really necessarily in full control of his sleep length or quality, but there are definitely factors in the way for him. However, you can only make the best of the situation, the scenario you have, so that's what you should try and do. So I hope you found today's video informative. I know it is common sense, but if it's not something you consider, I hope you do consider it. If you have any other videos that you'd like me to make a topic on, just comment down below and I'll get right to it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to all of you guys next time.